I'd like to welcome you to Ask Nana. My name is Deirdre. I'm part of the team on Mobility Genie, but I'm a Nana, a very proud Nana. And the reason that this show came about is that I've noticed since the lockdown has been wound down that a lot of the customers who would normally have come into me, who would have been cocooning or caring for somebody who was cocooning. And we used to have the laugh and the crack on a continuous basis. I missed it hugely. I missed the interaction. I missed the fun. I missed what everybody gave to me during my day's work. But I've noticed a lot in the last number of weeks that, number one, those who've come out from cocooning have been fearful that they aren't doing things right, or fearful that somebody else isn't doing things right in order to avoid this COVID-19. But as well as that, I've noticed a change in their confidence and in their general conversation, that they're kind of standing back from conversing. Now it's improving week by week, but I think that there are a lot of programs out there that cover every aspect of life, but I just feel it's not touching where I'm at or where people who are older than me are at. So COVID-19 has affected every generation. It has affected teenagers in a huge way, college goers in a huge way, parents with small kids in a huge way, people of my age and people older. And I think it's time to open a conversation about all of this and allow each other to support each other and get us back our mojo, get us back our confidence. There are a lot of people who cocooned at 70, 75, 80, 85, 90 and more. These are people who had a life before they were told to stay indoors. I was lucky enough. I'm 63 years of age and I'm still working. And I'm working in an area that was considered an essential service. So even though I was nervous working through it, we learned to live with it from very early on. But for people who had to cocoon, who had a life, like they were going playing bridge or playing golf, meeting their friends for coffee, going shopping, working, minding their grandchildren, or whatever they were involved with, all of a sudden they're in this unnatural environment that they can't do any of these things. We couldn't hug our grandchildren. We couldn't hug our children. We couldn't have the crack with our neighbours. And we couldn't meet. We could walk 2 kilometres. But perhaps you're living in an area that you couldn't walk 2 kilometres because it was too dangerous of an area, or 5 kilometres for that matter. So you're walking around your kitchen or walking around your house trying to keep mobile. So not only does that have a knock-on effect on your mental wellness, it also has an effect on your physical well-being. My experience is in the area of nursing, because I qualified as a nurse donkeys years ago. I followed that up with a course in gerontology and also a diploma in counselling and in family planning. And I've always tipped away at education. And I'm a firm believer in education. So this program is about all of us sharing together, sharing our questions, sharing our experiences, asking questions, and where we can't find the answers, I'm sure there's somebody qualified who can. So I welcome you to be a part of this conversation. And next week, we're going to have a chat about posture. And as the saying goes, to be continued.